Hey everybody, it's Robert from Old Style Classics Baseball Cards. I really need to put a hyphen in my on my logo.
Why?
Well, because it even confuses me. So it's Old Style Classics Baseball Cards. I don't know. I don't know what the difference is. Anyways, my name is Robert. Today is October 26th, I believe. It is a Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
And my co-host here is
Full. Not full.
she's full. We she's having some leftover Chinese food that we got last night that was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
What do we got? Chicken chow mein.
Yeah, chicken chow mein and combination fried rice.
Yeah, combination fried rice with like the chicken, pork, and little things of shrimp from King Wah
Yes.
in Sunnyvale, just
On Washington.
on Washington, just a little past Murphy Street if you're ever in Sunnyvale. It's kind of a dive, but the combination fried rice is really good. I mean, really good.
Especially when it's fresh.
Yeah, fresh, and their chicken chow mein's pretty good, and I think their sweet and sour pork's all right. I mean, I've had better, but it's pretty good. But yeah,
it's really greasy right now.
Yeah, well, there you go. So just got home, got 3 things in the mail from eBay, so I want to get these done. It's about 6:30 at night almost, or it is. And so I figured I'd do a video now. That way I could try to wrap this up before Jeopardy starts, so maybe that'll rush me a little bit to finish this video a little earlier than I normally would. Fingers looking pretty bright there. I had a long day at work today. Not that it was hard or anything. I was just tired, talking about my mom recently, so a little worried about her, not getting enough sleep, and so these cards are my distraction from that. But anyways, hadn't heard anything all day, but got home and I texted my brother and he said they're going to let her do what she wants, so they moved her up to a different floor at the hospital, and like if she wants to do hospice or something like that. But apparently she was eating cheeseburger and some ice cream and stuff like that, and sounds better and was smiling and talking. So who knows? Maybe she'll heal herself. But so I'm glad that she's okay right now. So I'm glad she's eating a little bit, feeling a little better, and so at least there's no bad news to pass on. Anyways, and
thank you, Lord.
Yes, thank you, Lord. And my wonderful wife's here with me.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, wow, that's more than I got when I came home. Just kidding. She was excited.
Everybody.
Oh yeah. I thought I meant everything to you, but I guess everybody. Anyhow, drink.
Yep.
My wife's here with me, and she's just eating. She's looking lovely, and she was excited when I got home, so that feels good. All right, hey, they're showing the Oakland Roots on TV playing my New Mexico United. So let's see, basketball legend joins Oakland Roots co-ownership. All right, so if you're into soccer, there you go. Jason Kidd, I guess he's buying part of the Oakland Roots, which is USL Soccer, which is kind of like, I think, like the second level after MLS. Anyhow, so drink. Let's get going. So what we got here is 3 eBays. So this is Michelle from Rochester, New York. Maybe I've got something from her. I don't know. That last name looks familiar. And then we got something from Glen Allen, Virginia. So I bet you it's some Allen and Ginter stuff. Allen by another name, which is one of the cards in Allen Ginter 2023. I'm not going to break any cards open today. Oh, I know what this one probably is. And this is that Santa Clarita, California. So didn't I just get something from there like in one of the last few videos? All right. So 5 minutes in, just quick reminder what I got yesterday. I did pull well, I guess pull is not the right word, but I got my first Andre Dawson mini framed autograph 2022 Allen Ginter. This is the first Allen Ginter autograph Andre Dawson I got, one of these archives, but that card was never meant to be signed. It's a buyback, which most of you would know that. And this is the card that was actually signed and given away in Allen Ginter. So that's first for me as far as cards that were meant to be autographed and given out as a hit. Picked that one up. Then I got the pickleball player who I made a mistake thinking he was the wiffle ball player, but I got the MacGuffin mini framed autograph from 2023, pretty cheap, and so that's a pretty cool card. It's kind of an oddball. It's a different kind of different sport, kind of a weirdo sport, but to a degree, compared to like normal baseball, football, basketball, or hockey, and then maybe soccer and racing. But so this is one of those little unique sports. Since I'm doing this, here's the other. These are the ones I actually pulled from those hobby boxes. So I got the Porguero rookie card autograph, probably from the second hobby box. And we got this one from the first hobby box, the Stowers rookie card auto. So I did good getting rookies. And I also pulled the new Nims, Gorilla Nims, the wrapper, out of 2023 Allen Ginter. So that was probably the third hobby box. So the first three hobby boxes in a row, I got an autograph. And then the next one, I got two relics and a rip card. So I did get this Gorman rookie card, rip card. It's numbered to 199, so it's not like a super low print one, but it is a rookie card, so we're going to keep that like that for now. Alright, I'm not going to show you my other, what do you call it, my other, like relics and stuff that I got out of this set. So watching, Bench Clear Media and Mike talking about the whole Twitter debate that's going on, where the guy was talking about if you get a Grail card and it's under $500, then it's not really a Grail or something like that. But yeah, I disagree with that too. Whatever your Grail card is whatever it is you're looking for. So my Grail card is what I called my White Whale, which I just recently picked up within the last month, and that was the mini framed autograph Danica Patrick 2006. So that's my Grail card. And I know they were talking about, oh, if it's a new or these are mass produced or whatever, they're debating about what qualifies as a Grail card. But you're talking about Ted Williams Flair card, or some of these mantle cards or stuff like that. Those were mass produced too. And but this one, there's only 100 of these, 2006 plus or 101, then 100 10th anniversary ones. So that's my Grail card. And so I guess it does qualify by the Twitter dudes definition of what qualifies as a Grail card. So I'll leave it at that. Alright, so let's see what else did I get yesterday. Accidentally knocked myself off the TV here. Pardon me a second while I get it back on. Alright, see what's going on in the world. Alright, let's see, we got the Stars, the Andre Dawson, and wasn't the Jenny Finch in the Melville card. That was the day before. Oh, I think it was the was it the Allen Ginter X? Yeah, it was the Hulk Hogan Allen Ginter X 2015 10th anniversary All right, so let's get going. Let's see what Michelle has for us. Capapelio, Rochester, New York. All right, so nothing else in there. Rah, rah, rah. And we got a mini, and there we go, number 2. So that same day I ordered both of these. I figured if I was going to get this one, then I would find that Rocky one. So, you know, I collect minis. And so I never got this out of the 2006 Allen Ginter set. I did have the full-size Mike Tyson. And like his autograph mini is one of the real expensive ones too. Him and Mike Tyson, Andy Irons and stuff like that, and Danica Patrick. But nevertheless, I didn't have a Hulk Hogan 2006 Allen Ginter short print, which is number 307. So I guess Danica is 305, Jenny Finch is, I think, 306 or 8. Then Hulk Hogan and maybe Finch. Alright, so talked about the wrestling cards. So on the first Allen Ginter set, the Tops did, the actual real set. They did have a WWE wrestler, WWF, Hulk Hogan in there. Then in 2011 or somewhere around there, they did the Shawn Michaels in the main set. And then 2015, they had the other Hulk Hogan as Thunder Lips from Rocky 3. So, you know, and then I've got all those different Allen Ginter WWE Heritage cards that came out in 2007, 8, 12, 14 maybe, and 2021. And those are Allen Ginter cards that you can't get in the regular set, like this card. Those are exclusive to WWE Heritage. So that's like I've talked about before. I'm trying to get these different Allen Ginter cards, check off my list, some of the either weird stuff or stuff that you might not know about, like the National Convention cards. You know, the Archive Signature Series, the little Clearly Authentic cards, stuff like that. And along with that Music to Your Ears Relic that we showed. Maybe I need to pull that down. But I love the 2006 set. It's my favorite. And there's one of the short print chase cards that you can get. Can you get me that card up there? The Relic one? Yeah. No. Yeah. Sorry, folks. Having my wife get this other card for me because I might need it here in a minute. So anyways, that's one of the things I like about Allen Ginter. They put these different people in there, like the original Allen Ginter in 1887. So Hulk Hogan, he qualifies, and he's one of the big cards from the first set. Kind of like getting Bruce Lee in the second set, 2007. So that's super cool card. Let's see. Got some dust on there. Watched Mangini's video today about the, the Icy or Slurpee or whatever card. That was super cool. Reminds me of MSA, but that was from the early 70s, so I don't think it was MSA. I don't think they were around back then, but super cool card. And Rick from Vintage Oddball Collector, he had posted a new video today about some of his favorite or oldest cards or stuff like that, and that was pretty cool. Alright. Hulkamania was born in 1984 when Hogan pinned the Iron Sheik to become WWE champion. In the years that followed, he took on all comers, with perhaps his biggest victory coming at WrestleMania 3 over the then undefeated Andre the Giant. Hogan is a veteran of both the big screen, Rocky 3, there you go, the other one I got, and the small Thunder in Paradise. In 2005, fans got to know Terry Bollea, the man behind the muscles on Hogan Knows Best, a VH1 reality series that showed us his family life. So there we go. That's a cool one. I add to my little list. I'll probably show this card again. I'm not going to take it out right now because I'm trying to get through this, not keep you guys for too long. Alright, this is a really thick one, and this one's not as thick, so let's do this. This is from Scott and Glen Allen, Virginia. Alright. Kraft Bubble Mailer. Got Kraft Macaroni and Cheese cards in it, people. I don't think so. I was going to do a video on that one day, and that's why I think my computer filled up, or I lost all those videos and wasn't able to do it, because then my concern was about getting those back. And I haven't got around to doing it again. So we'll get to that at some point in time. Let's see, we got a receipt. We got one of these soft sleeves. Alright, let me just take a look real quick. I wrote a handwritten note. Alright, so we'll get to that after. Used to use some packing tape. So this might be one of the newer weirdo cards that I didn't get from Allen Ginter this year that I wanted. Oh, this is going to be a good one. Oh, it looks like I got two cards. So perhaps, oh, I know this. This is actually pretty cool, folks. You know, so how I told you about the pickleball player card that I got. And that day I was just kind of roaming around eBay, and I was looking at some of the relics for some of these odd sports people, or non-baseball, non-football, non-major sport. And it doesn't have to be like a weirdo sport like wiffle ball or hot dog eating or something like that. You know, like the Olympians, stuff like that. You know, like, I think what happened was that Jenny Finch card kind of inspired me that, you know, she was a USA softball player, and she was pretty popular back then, and I'm like, oh, that's a cool one. I know a lot of people like that card. So maybe I should pick some of this stuff up now for this year, because, you know, to try to pull that Jenny Finch card, you know, like to buy that autograph one's going to cost you hundreds of dollars. So I'm like, well, why don't I kind of speculate on some of these people that are in this year's one when they're cheap. Like, I'm talking like under $20. You know, most of them are $5 or $6 with shipping. But this one was done as a, what do you call it, as a kind of a lot. So, I mean, I got her card, but I'm like, well, it was just like $1 or $2 more than the one that I was going to buy. And I'm like, well, I get these extra cards in there too, so why not? So I got an O'Brien. So she's the girl that's from the San Francisco, I guess she's from San Francisco, and she's like a downhill skier, Olympic skier. So Nina O'Brien. And yeah, it's a good looking card. And so got that, and I was like, oh, I think this is what pushed it over the top for me, as opposed to getting the one that was just a few dollars cheaper, was that it did come with an Allen Ginter back version of her mini. And so that is $266. So, and that's kind of weird. Look at that. I didn't notice that. So I think I just learned something new about Allen Ginter for 2023. I'm going to have to make some comparisons. So there's her base card, $266. You see that, right? So there you go. Chance to read about her. There's her base card. And there you see her mini, which is number 266 as well. But look at the color difference. So this one's got that lime, kind of that mint green, I should say, kind of this mint green. And this one's got this pinkish red. So that makes me wonder, are all the Allen Ginter backed minis like this have a different color than their full-size card? So like, is her regular mini this same color scheme, and the Allen Ginter back is this color scheme? So that's super cool. That's something I didn't realize. I wonder if anyone else has noticed that. So I'm going to have to pull out some other minis. I think I do have her base mini. So I'll have to pull that out and take a look. So that's super cool, and I love, just like I was talking about how, I was chasing that Danica Patrick autograph for so long. I had her base card and her base mini that I never bothered to go after the Allen Ginter back or the black border, which I just picked up the black border this week. But if I just did it 10 years ago, it would have been $10. You know what I mean? And instead of more than twice that much. And they're just hard to find. Like I can't find a Danica Patrick A&G back. So while the irons are hot, people are selling this year's cards. I figure, yeah, she might be pretty popular, and so why not speculate a little bit and kind of get ahead of the game? So that leads you to think, okay, well, what's the big deal about that? So the card that it did come with in this lot, boom, there you go. So the Nina O'Brien mini framed autograph. I mean, yeah, this whole thing was like $20. I mean, so that's cool. I got ahead of the game. I picked up her autograph. And like I've said before, a lot of times these are the kind of cards that in the future will have more value. You might get an ESPN guy or something like that. It's not going to be worth a whole lot because, they kind of keep putting those people out. But like some of these other athletes or artists or stars from movies and TV, those ones have the value. Just because they're not in a lot of stuff. I mean, there really isn't a whole lot of skiing cards. And, you might get those Olympic sets every 4 years. But how often do Olympians actually stay Olympic athletes? Like gymnastics, they're usually like, there from when they're like 13 to like 18, and then they're like aged out. So it's a nice looking card. Pretty nice autograph, very clear. It's better than that pickleball player's autograph we got yesterday. His was a little lazy and pen looked like it was running a little low on ink, but so there you go. That's a nice one to go ahead and get. And even if it's not super valuable in the future, it's still a cool card. It's one of the different ones that you can get in 2023, and that's the kind of stuff I also like. So I don't want to say this kind of stuff I like. Obviously, I like, baseball. That's my favorite sport, and there's my favorite guy. So obviously I want baseball autographs, but I want to get the good ones. But I got some cool rookie ones this year. And then I got that wrapper, which I showed you, and that's cool. So I also like these kind of cards. I like most of them. I mean, there's a few Allen Ginter cards that kind of get annoying after a while. Like Fun in the Suns this year, and It's Your Special Day last year. And, it's just that you get so many of them, because every Allen Ginter pack's got an insert. So anyways, that's super cool. Now I've got this little run of her. Need to see if I have the mini, and then maybe a black border, or maybe a hot box version or something would be cool. But yeah, we picked up her autograph. That's super cool. So this other card, I'm still kind of not worried or anything like that. I'm just like, I was expecting a different card to come in yesterday, but I don't think it's here today. So I think this is something else, but I wish that other card would come in, because I do want to talk about this other card that I ordered that is super cool, different, unique to Allen Ginter, or I think it's unique to Allen Ginter, that you'll hear some people complain about, but I think it's awesome. But there you go. So Nina O'Brien. All right, what time we got, people? Alright, I still got 15 minutes, so no super rush. Let's see what this person said. Yeah, so that whole lot was just 20 bucks, and then the shipping. You know, what if that card becomes maybe not the next Danica Patrick, but like that Jenny Finch card in 10 years? You know, that Jenny Finch is probably going for $400 or $500 right now, so you know. Thanks for the purchase. Please leave feedback. Thanks. Does that say Scott? I thought this was from. Oh yeah, it is from Scott. Michelle was the first one. Alright, folks. So we got a big thick pack here. So I'm thinking I know what this could be. It could be something in the same ballpark as what I've been showing you the last few days. Alright, so there was something in there that I already took out. I gotta throw all this eBay stuff away. And lo and behold, look, it's another package. Did you know that Allen Ginter put out a bubble wrap nesting Russian doll card? You gotta open 50. Maybe they should do that. Kind of like a rip card, except instead of ripping it, it's just like it's like a micro card of a little Russian nesting doll, and you got to go through like 50 packages to get to it. And no cheating with like scissors, because if you do, then it like releases some gas.
Oh, that's
not like a fart, but like some kind of chemical, like in the Da Vinci Code, where if they broke open the thing, it would destroy the little thing that was in the little
thing.
Yeah, the little MacGuffin, as we talked about. The little MacGuffin, the little like combination box where you had to get all the letters right and then open it. And then it had what it was, a Copernicus or Magellan or somebody, one of those scientists, little thing in there to find out where like the bloodline of Christ or the Ark. No, not the Ark. The what is it? The cup. The Grail. So that you can find the Grail. So anyways, they should have one where you have to open the pack this way, and then you have to get the next pack and open it that way, and then open this way. And if you don't do it like that, you can either keep it or open it. And then if you do it the right way, you got the micro 101, like Russian nesting doll, and then, or, you know, like a numbered one, and they have like different ones in there. And that'd be cool, I think. But, you know, or you could just, I mean, maybe it doesn't ruin the card. That just seems to me like, well, you should have fun doing it, right? Anywho, because speak of the devil, the one who plays Operation on the rip card instead of ripping. You know, so that I do the least amount of damage to the rip card. So, see, people? I didn't go off on a tangent. I went off on a Robert. Alright. This one's super protected. Let's hope that I don't dent this card. I guess I should have got my big one-touch out. So, my future friends, what do we have here? Yep, it's exactly what I expected it to be, I believe. Let's do this. It's another one of these super rare. Super hard to pull. I don't know, like super rare. But it takes thousands of packs to open. And like 60 some odd boxes. I mean, we're talking full-on hobby boxes. Like almost 70 boxes to come across one of these on average. And like over, I mean, like 1,000 or 800 or something like that of like blasters. So you probably have a good idea what this is going to be, but which one will it be, folks? It's a thick, thick, thick card, but it is not a book card. I still haven't got one of those to check off my list. But I got my buddy a companion because this is actually the one that I really like because I'm a big fan of Beethoven, and my favorite song from Beethoven is done with this. Boom, a sponge. So he used to take his ink and put it out on one of these sponges that he got from Amazon with his quill when he was writing his concertos. Concerto, that's a hint. Are y'all ready for this?
I'm ready for this.
So some of you people might think this is dumb, but I think it's super cool because it's something different and odd that Allen Ginter does. And this is actually cheaper than the first one I got. Boom, look at that, people. Music to your ears. Another one of those thick Relic music to your weird cards that Allen Ginter put out this year. I'll admit it's weird. And who would have ever thought of getting a Relic of an instrument, unless it was like a rock and roll set or something. And these look like these cards come in some of those what do you call it, Tops Now or something like that. So there, my friends, is the Allen Ginter 2023 Music to Your Ears Relic card of a genuine violin. My favorite Beethoven song is his violin concerto, Rondo Allegro. And it goes something like this. Huh, baby?
What did you call it?
What?
That song?
Beethoven's violin concerto in like D minor or major.
Oh, okay.
And it's the Rondo Allegro part that has that.
Oh.
So me and my wife got to go see Nicola Benedette play the Beethoven's violin concerto in Oakland, and it was Valentine's Day. That's right, because we raced over to Nola's in Palo Alto, which we've gone to every Valentine's Day. But then we had to leave there as quick as we could to get to Oakland to go to this concert because it was the violin concerto. And so if you know anything about Nicola, she's British, and she does all kinds of concerts and stuff like that around the world. But she plays a Stradivarius. So I'm fairly certain that that's not a piece of a Stradivarius. It's probably some kid's violin that they decided when they were older that they were going to smash up with, the garage rock band or something like that. But nevertheless, it's super cool. That's violin Relic card in there. You can see it's super thick, and I think we've determined that that's about a third of an inch thick based on the old knuckle to knuckle. And then I did measure my actually I was at work and I had just bought a tape measure, like a little one from Home Depot, because I have a tool bag that I bought to keep with me to work on some of these boxes that I have that my boss wouldn't get me, so I just got a cheapy Walmart bag. But I was like, I need a tape measure in there because I just needed one. I'll just leave it at that. And so then I was like, oh, is my knuckle to knuckle an actual inch? And it is if I start so I can't go from the edge of the knuckle to the other knuckle. I have to go from the inside to here. So just inside my knuckles. Did anyone care? No, but I'm just giving you an update on my story. So anyways, that's number 98 of 200. So both of them are numbered 200. So I guess every single instrument in this insert set has 200 relics that you can get, and they're super rare. Oh, so anyways, at that concert, we got to see her play my favorite Beethoven song on an actual Stradivarius violin, which if you know anything about music or music instruments, Stradivarius is the most prized instrument in the world of any instrument. You know, I think they're like 500 or 600 years old when he made those. And the other story I have about that Beethoven song was when I lived back in Albuquerque. I had never seen it. I love that song. And then this Elmar Oliveira or something like that. He had a famous violin as well. I don't think it was Stradivarius, but one of the other famous ones. He was playing 2 nights at the symphony, and he was going to do the violin concerto. And I bought tickets to the second night. Now Albuquerque's a mile high, and so the first night, I guess he was having trouble with his violin. I'm not staying in tune or something because of that dry, high altitude. And so he decided that, yeah, that was too difficult a song for his violin to handle at that altitude. And so the next night, he didn't even do it. He did some other stuff, and I was so mad because that's what I paid for. I wasn't paying to see him. I even met him that night. Got his autograph on my ticket stub, but I was so mad that they didn't do the song that I was paying to see. And so I made a big to do about it, and they gave me tickets, free tickets to some tango dancing concert they did a little later, which was cool. But then it took a few years, and then somebody was gonna do that song at some church. They were having a concert, and so I actually went to the church. I was a little late, and I actually got to just walk in and watch it for free. Otherwise, it would have been like $20. But so I got to see it once, but then I did see like a professional symphony version of this, and then we did go see the San Francisco Symphony do that Beethoven Emperor piano concerto, and that guy played the whole thing with no sheet music, and that was excellent. And I don't know, that's up there with for me with this song that I was talking about as some of his best Beethoven. Anyways, I digress. So that's super cool. That's gonna go with my Bondurant that we picked up. So that's why I bought 2 of these giant fat one touches. So I'm gonna have to find the other one to put that in there with this. And so I'm not gonna try to complete this set or anything like that. I was just like, I originally got this because it was up for auction, and it was like I just watched a guy pull a Music to Your Ears Relic on a YouTube video, and he was like kind of disappointed. But I was like, I looked up the odds, and I was like, that is one of those really rare kind of oddball hits from Allen Ginter, and it's just really hard to get something like that. I've always wanted to pull something weird like this, and I never have. All I've ever got was autographs, a printing plate, which is cool, but I've never pulled like a book card or, you know, dinosaur DNA or something like that. So this was early up for auction. I won that auction, and then just to have something, one of these odd ones. But then I was like, oh, somebody was just selling this straight up for pretty cheap. And so I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to get that because I like the violin. I don't play the violin. I like the violin, and I also love the fiddle. We like that fiddle music, don't we, baby?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, and that new Chris Stapleton's coming out here, I think, in a week or so. They're having a listening party this weekend. But I got to work, so oh well. But we like Chris Stapleton. We got to meet him in San Francisco, like 2 days after he played on that AMC or whatever those awards were with Justin Timberlake. Nobody even knew who he was, but he won all those awards, and we'd won tickets and got to meet him. And it was like right after he was just becoming popular, so we really didn't know him. But we've gotten to see him every time since, except for the times that we were out of town. So I think we've only missed him once here in the Bay Area. But yeah, he's got new music coming out in a few weeks, or a week. And there you have it. Bob's my uncle. So now I got a pair of these. That's super cool, and it's kind of just one of those weird things that you can get from Allen and Ginter, you know. Like these two Tommy Bahama World Series shirt cards that I have a pair of. You know, that even though it doesn't say Allen Ginter, you can only get it from Allen Ginter. 2010 sell sheet. They took these shirts and they made some relic cards out of them. And those were kind of one of these weirdo things that you can only get from Allen Ginter. And these were only a few bucks each, so I got two of them because I liked having two different colors. And so, yeah, these are kind of weird things that I like to get from Allen Ginter. Now the base stuff, you know, some of the insert sets, you know, you know, not super excited about all those. Although I did like the Talented one this year and the Save Room for Dessert. But yeah, I like these kind of different things that Allen Ginter does that maybe other people don't care for. But you know, that's a pretty hard pull. I mean, this is even probably harder, even though there's 1,900 of them. But you would have had to get a sell sheet. So if you're not a store owner, you're probably not ever going to come across one of those. But anyhow, this is a hard one to pull, and I think it's super cool. And it was nice having not only this to check off my list to have some oddball relic pull, but in reality, those are my first thick, like super thick, actual Allen Ginter cards. So, you know, book card someday. I would love to get that Ryan Sandberg and Andre Dawson one that got on line right now, but I think that's like 400 bucks, and I'm just like, I'd like it, but I'm still kind of hunting. Maybe I'll pull one someday, but yeah, I don't want to spend that kind of money. But there you have it, people. That's my eBay reveals for the day. Super cool. So maybe in the next day or two I'll get that other card that I'm waiting for, because it's Thursday, so I only got Friday and Saturday to possibly get that in the mail, because I will be excited to tell you about this other card that I got. But these are still, you know, that's super cool. That's super fun. I'm glad to have that to go along with the other Hulk Hogan. And I'm glad to have this, you know, one of the only cards she'll probably ever have in a major set, to get her autograph, plus the Angie back and the base. That's just kind of a bonus. But these two are really the ones that I wanted. But yeah, look at that. I might have figured out a little color code scheme that they're doing here on Allen Ginter. Angie backs must have a different colored background than the regular. So we'll figure that out, and I'll let you know in a future video. So some pretty cool cards, in my opinion. That's the kind of stuff I dig. But I also love just plain old baseball like the rest of you too. So yeah, that's fun. I've enjoyed this. Thank you for watching this video. I'm not going to open anything because Jeopardy's on and I got to change the station here. You know what's music to my ears?
Nope.
Guess what's music to my ears?
Jeopardy. I don't know.
You.
No.
When my wife talks, it's music to everyone's ears.
No.
So maybe I'm trying to say goodbye, but I'm trying to get some music for you guys to go out on.
Bye, everybody. I hope you have a good evening, day, and weekend.
Yeah, whenever you watch this video. So maybe you have a good year in 2028 when the 5th person watches this video. But see that voice? That's music to my ears, people. What else do I need? I'm going to sign off there. Thanks, everybody. And Rob from Old
Style
Classics
Baseball Cards. I had to pause.
I always pause. And bye, everybody. Thanks.